Hello. I thought I would do a slightly different video. I've never done a video like this before, but I'm going to do an unboxing video of the new Action 5 Pro. Before I talk about the Action 5 Pro or do the unboxing and show you what's come in this box, I just would show you first of all the DJI Mic 2. So I bought the DJI Mic 2 transmitter a few days ago, and you can see I'm wearing it here at the moment, and I'm recording this video on my Google Pixel 7 Pro. So I've connected the transmitter to the telephone, so hopefully the telephone is picking up the transmitter. Now you can buy a receiver, you can buy a charging box and so forth, different options, different combinations, but I've just gone for the DJI Mic 2 transmitter. Couple of reasons. First of all, it's just what I needed, but also because of its Bluetooth capability, it can connect to the mobile phone. But the other reason I bought it is because I wanted to get myself a new action camera, and I decided after lots of research, watching lots of videos on YouTube, to go for the DJI Action 5 Pro. So I've been waiting a long time for this action camera to come out, and there are lots of different action cameras out there. It's a personal preference, I suppose, as to what people wish to go for. But I've decided to go for the DJI Action 5 because of the reviews I saw on it of it online. I liked what I saw, but also there are a number of features about the Action 5 which I really like. And one of those is the ability to sync it with a DJI Mic 2, and I think the DJI Mic 2 seems to be one of the best mics you can get. And you can link this with other action cameras, for example the GoPro, but I don't think the quality is quite the same. The other thing about the Action 5 camera is that it's very good low light capabilities, better than the GoPro Hero 13 which has just come out. Now there'll be lots of different people who will argue which is the better camera, and there are lots of videos out there, much better videos than this very amateurish attempt that I'm doing. And I must admit, certainly the GoPro Hero 13, there are certain things I like about it. I must admit the image quality, particularly in daylight, I really do like, and I confess, I think the GoPro Hero 13 in good lighting conditions has the edge over the DJI Action 5. But there are certain things that I just think, for me, swung it to DJI. Generally, the comments about how DJI listens to its customers. But also for me, the GoPro Hero 13 has all these interchangeable lenses, which for some people might be absolutely wonderful and brilliant. But personally, I don't want that. If I'm taking the action camera out to film, I just want something simple and straightforward. And I think with all those extra lenses that you can get with the GoPro Hero 13, not only does it add to the price, but I just can't see myself using that. Anyway, yeah, just to explain what I was doing previously. So if you've been watching any of my videos before, I was using a GoPro Hero 9 until February of this year, and unfortunately in February this year I was walking in the Lake District and I managed to lose it. It somehow fell out of my pocket, and despite numerous searches I can never find it. So since February I've been using my Google Pixel 7 Pro mobile phone to record, and it's done a pretty good job. It can record in 4K, and actually I've been very impressed with it. But I always wanted to get a new action camera, partly because they're more rugged, they're more durable, I can take it out in all weathers, and so forth. So anyway, this is something I've been waiting for a long time, been saving up money for. So it's arrived today. Now, before I open the box, if you go to the DJI website, you can buy this camera in different sort of combinations, different options available. For example, the cheapest option is just the standalone camera. But because I'm new to DJI, I don't have things like a stick to hold the camera on and so forth. So I've actually gone for the DJI Motion option. I think that's what it's called. I can put a link in the description, which is a slightly more expensive option, but it includes certain things, for example, like a micro SD card, which I need. So anyway, let's do an unpacking. As I say, parcel arrived today, and as you can see, I've not looked into it. So I ordered this on Thursday through the official DJI store. It arrived today, Saturday, so fairly good delivery. So here we go. Oh, so I've got a little bag there. I wasn't expecting that. There you go. That's always useful to have bags there. And we've got the DJI refresh. Now, the option that I went for did include 2 years DJI refresh, which I think means that if you have an accident with your action camera, if you damage it, if you need to buy replacements, you can get replacements much more cheaply, and that is for 2 years. So, you know, I think possibly it might be worth having. So anyway, that's just got some information about DJI Care Refresh, what it offers. A protection plan by DJI. It says easy, simple, hassle-free. We will handle the replacement for you. So anyway, so that's that. So I've got here a 256 gigabyte SanDisk. Now, one of the features about the Action 5 Pro is that it does have, I think, 47 gigabytes of internal storage, which I think it's the only action camera at the moment to have internal storage, which is really useful if you ever forget to take your micro SD card with you. But I'm going to put this into your camera as well, just to have the extra data and storage. But you know, if you're not doing too much filming, you could just use the internal storage of the camera. So anyway, I've got that. In here, I've got an SD storage case. Now, to be honest, this is something that came with it sort of free, if you like. I didn't order this, but you can store your SD cards in there. Now, I have to confess, I don't have many SD cards to store, so you know, maybe if you've got lots of SD cards and switching them from your GoPro, or sorry, not your GoPro, your action camera, then maybe that's useful, but I don't know if I'll be using that much. Right, next we have got this. Now, I confess I wasn't sure about whether it was worth getting this or not, and this came with the option I went for, but in the end I thought it might be a useful thing to have. I'll just open it out, get it out, and this is a storage case for the action camera. Now, I was thinking, do I really need this? I never used one before, but I was thinking that with all your bits and pieces from your action camera, if you're not using it, actually being able to put them in one place, keep them stored in one place, might be quite useful. So if I just open this up, so there we go. So, you know, just simple, but space to put your camera and the bits and pieces that come with it into there. So, you know, I think that hopefully will be quite useful. Keep things in one place so I don't lose them. Keep things safe. Right. And then in the box itself, we have the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. Now, let's just open this up. Now, as I say, lots of YouTube videos out there of people reviewing this camera and comparing it to the GoPro Hero 13 and other action cameras that you can get. I just recommend you go and watch those reviews, because those people, you know, they're the experts. They know what they're talking about. I'm very much an amateur. But anyway, let's open this up and see what we've got inside. Now, looking in the box, I don't see anything else. So I imagine all the bits and pieces are, here we are, the accessories are in here. So so there we've got the box. There's the Action 5 Pro, that side, and then we've got the accessories. Now, oops, okay. So the first thing we've got is the pole, the selfie stick, I suppose you call it, which you can extend out. Now it has the ability to attach it with a screw thread at the bottom. The one thing this doesn't do, and this is something that I am disappointed about, is it doesn't extend into a little tripod. So what I'm probably going to have to do is buy myself a selfie stick that has a little tripod, because if I want to do, for example, time-lapse photography and so forth, to be able to just have a little tripod where you pop it down and it stands there, it's really helpful. Unfortunately, this doesn't do that. But anyway, let me see. How do we open it? Okay. So I think it just literally pulls out. But there, I think that's about 1.5 meters. Okay, so there we are, the selfie stick. As I say, I really quite like the tripod, but I might have to get myself one. And let's just open this one first. So we've got other accessories in here, and as I say, these will go into the storage container. So I've got here, I think this is the magnetic mount. Now DJI were the first company to come up with the idea of magnetic mounts for the action cameras, which apparently are, very helpful. And the GoPro Hero 13 have actually just launched their own magnetic mount as well. In fact, I saw one review actually said that the GoPro magnetic mount's better than the DJI one, but anyway, there we go. But the advantage of that is it means you can take your camera off the selfie stick and so forth nice and quick and easily. Okay, now we've got in here there we go, the batteries. Now there are 3 batteries in here, and one of the other reasons I've gone for the Action 5 Pro is it has much better battery life than the GoPro Hero 13. But the other really good thing about this is if you own an Action 4, an earlier version of the DJI Action camera, these batteries can also be used in the older models. And if you've got a DJI camera already with older battery models in it, you can use those in the new Action 5 Pro. So it's all backwards compatible, which is really helpful. One of the criticisms of the GoPro Hero 13 is that it's not backward compatible. So if you've got an earlier version of the GoPro, you can't use it with the new lenses and things they're bringing out. But this is, so 3 batteries, and they come in this rather nice little charging case, and there's a USB-C charging point there, so that's really nice. And I think, yes, again with this sort of little case, there's a nice little slot for that there, so that's really good. We got your charging cable as you would expect, and there's some information in here. Now let me see, and this is the actual camera itself. Now I'll be taking it out and experimenting with it over the next week or two, so when you see future videos on YouTube, you'll get an idea of what that's like. So the first thing it's got in here is a cage which you can put around the camera. I think that just gives it a bit more security, so in case you drop it, it protects the camera a bit more, which I think is maybe a useful thing to have. We also have, what have we got here? Okay, so we've got here little screws. So if you want to attach the camera sort of the more traditional way, these screws rather than the magnetic mount, you can do. So for example, there. In fact, actually, I think what would happen here, if I put the magnetic mount on here, there we go. Let's screw that on. I'm assuming that's, yes, there we go. And then the camera will fit on there. In fact, I'm not sure how it works. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it clips on there. Uh, yep. So okay, so there will be a way of unleashing. Oh, there we are. Just pull those in, and that releases it, and that's great. And then you can put it horizontally as well. Okay, so got those little hooks. There's another. Oh, what have we got here? I was going to say this is another magnetic mount, but I'm not sure actually. Let's see. We've got some more mounts. There is another magnetic mount there, and another one mount here. Now I confess I'm not sure what that's for, but anyway. And then we've got these. I think these are like little rings, sticky rings possibly. And then we've got the camera itself. So let's open this. Now, I have to say, this is the first time I've actually seen the DJI Action 5 Pro. Very neat. So, yeah. Now, I will have a little play around with it, see how it works, and how to get the battery in there. I'm assuming that's how I open the battery case, or not. Okay, there must be an easy way of doing this. Okay, so there's a little USB-C charging point there. Just pull that down, and yeah, I'm going to have to work out how to put the battery in. I'm assuming the battery goes in the bottom, but it's just a case of how to open the battery case. So anyway, there you got it. So yeah, so that's all the bits and pieces. As I say, this is the DJI Mic 2. One of the interesting things also about this DJI Action 5 is not only does it link obviously nicely with this mic, but also I believe you can edit the mic settings. So this mic has certain capabilities that you can adjust and adapt using the Action 5, or at least that's what I understand you can do. So you don't need the DJI mic receiver to change the settings. You can do that through this camera, but also this camera has the ability to connect to two transmitters. So for example, you're filming with another person, you want to put a mic on them, you can do. So that's really handy for those that are into that sort of thing. Anyway, I'm going to sort of have a little look at what I've got here and have a little play, and yeah, we'll be putting this to use, testing it out, and I hope that it'll give me some really fantastic footage, and yeah, looking forward to continuing to vlog using this Action 5. And I like to take the Action camera out paddleboarding, things like that, going out in the mountains in all weathers. So I think an Action camera for me is really great. Mobile phones being good, but yeah, certain features about this horizon, keeping the horizon steady, so forth, is really handy. But anyway, yeah, I hope you found that interesting. You know, if you're thinking of going for an Action camera, then this one does come highly recommended by all the professionals out there. There's always going to be some people who will prefer the GoPro to DJI, although DJI has been taking a lot of ground from GoPro. The one interesting camera which I haven't mentioned yet is the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. So that's due to come out later this year, and that is a really interesting action camera. It has a flip out screen from the back, so you can, that screen at the back in the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 actually flips out, so when you're filming yourself you've got the screen up there, but that has the ability to record in 8K. Now I think the Insta360 Ace 2, I think that's what it's called, which is coming out this year, later this year, could be a game changer. You know, it's got the best low light capability of any action camera, better even than this one, although this one is vastly superior to the GoPro Hero 13. But it'd be really interesting to see what that new Insta360 Ace 2 is going to be like. Um, but anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you hope you found that interesting. As I say, I've never done an unboxing before, yeah, thank you for watching. And if you do like what you see in this channel, please do like and subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. Take care. God bless.